Today, one of my good and long-term friend and I'm his admirer has come to visit me today, and then I'll be asking few questions to Mr. Ramprasad. He's born and bred in near that Agumbe and this Western Ghats forested area, and quite familiar with that territory and its various flora, fauna, everything. And he has done decades of work on this conservation and all, but invisibly. So you'll hardly find him in social media anywhere. He's very shy also, but I have now convinced him to come in front of the camera and talk so that people can learn something from him. Now, Ram Prasad, how old are you?
I'm 42.
42, and he travels all over Western Ghats to study various topics of interest to him, all connected to conservation only. So, can you tell us a little bit how you got involved in this conservation activity?
Because of curiosity.
Curiosity.
I was born.
Volume.
I'm born and brought up very close to Western Ghats. The foothill of Western Ghats, actually.
You speak little loudly so that it comes out.
Foothill of Western Ghats. So the most of the time has spent very in our village next to streams, like a degraded forest. As growing up, I spent most of the time watching some birds. We have lapwings, lapwing nest. Their lapwing chicks, how they protect their young ones.
So you are born with that interest.
Yes.
And did you have any?
10, 12, 13. So back then I used to observe how they breed, how they protect their young one, how they build a fake nest to protect their eggs from the predators and all. It was very, and my cousin sisters used to take me to forest to see collect some beautiful flowers, see some plants, birding, and also I have influence from my cousins, and I was lucky to spend all my summer during young age
Immersed in the nature.
Yeah, village life. Yes.
Now, who encouraged you in your youthful days, in your in your childhood?
Childhood, my friends,
Friends.
my family. My parents were in another place. Every summer I used to go to my grandmother's house, which is in Mudradi. I used to spend a lot of time in.
So where did you grow up?
In Karkala.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Karkala, Mudradi and all nearby only.
Yes. Mudradi is the place where I born. Karkala schools and college, and then now we are settled completely in Mudradi.
Okay. In early childhood, you got encouragement from family and all.
Family.
Then you had natural interest in the topic. Correct. Also.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So after you finished your educational background is what?
I have diploma in computer science.
Nothing to do with biology, zoology and all.
No.
But you have come in that direction.
PUC,
Self-taught.
NCB, MBS.
And then nowadays your interest is you are mainly working on?
Lot of things. We observe frogs' behavior.
So frog behavior work.
Yes, beekeeping work.
Beekeeping.
And at the same time we are running a forestry nursery.
Nursery also for native species.
Native species.
That details, if you have a card and all, at the end we'll have one small interview exclusively on the nursery.
Okay.
Because people who are interested in these Western Ghat trees and nice species, plants and all, they can contact you and get many species what they are looking for, which is not available anywhere.
Correct. Yes.
So it's a pioneering work what you are doing in conservation by doing this nursery.
Yes.
Okay. Now our association was more because started with bees.
Honeybees. Yes.
Because I had interest in the dammer bees. And one of our mutual friend, I think Sheshadri or somebody has recommended you to me, and then we met.
Yes.
And a little bit work we did.
Correct.
And today I had invited you over because I had some beehives I had procured from you with your help, and then we wanted to divide it.
Yes, yes.
Now, how many, mainly your interest and knowledge is focused on this stingless bees.
Stingless bees. Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is the difference between stinging bees and stingless bees?
So stinging bees are slightly bigger bees.
Stinging bees, huh?
Yes, we call it rock bees or Asian bees.
Mm.
We call it. It's a genus of Epicerana.
Huh.
In India, we have Epicerana indica.
Mm.
So in other part of Asia, like Japan and all, Epicerana japonica. So
It's a different
various,
species.
yeah, it's a various.
Mm.
And that is still slightly bigger. The way they build the hive
Mm.
and the structure of the colony is completely different.
And that is the popular one what everyone has, and the honey that we consume is that species.
Yes, the honey production, the quantity is really high,
Mm.
and there are some pros and cons. We have to maintain and regularly monitor the beehive each and every time, but they can sting. But these stingless bees, they also have stinger, but it's very small. Evolutionary, they lost the stinger. But it has very little impact on it.
So why do you think they lost that stinging ability, these
Because
stingless
they're very
bees?
tiny.
They didn't need.
Maybe they're not. They can bite.
They can bite.
They can bite. They cannot sting.
And bite is, does it cause blood to come out or anything?
No.
Like mosquito bite, is it?
Exactly.
There's no rupture in the skin.
No. Today we had like hundreds of bites, but nothing happened.
ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಹೇಳು?
ಏನು ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಚ್ಚಂಗೆ
ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಚ್ದಂಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಂಗಸರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲಸ ಅದರದ್ದು.
ಹೌದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು
ಹಾಂ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು
ಹೌದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ? ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವರು
ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವರು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
200 ಕಚ್ಚಿದ್ರು ಏನೋ
ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ
He already has experience with stinging bees. He used to harvest honey with stinging bees, and these things are nothing for him.
So by and large, one of the attraction of these stingless bees is that you don't get stung.
Yes.
Otherwise, people are frightened of getting stung, painful, allergy, so on and so
People
forth.
more or less are irritated by the activity, the way the stingless bees. They sometimes, if there are too many of them, they can get into your ears and the hair. They stuck to your hair, and that can irritate people. But they don't.
Nothing more than that. If you want such nice honey and all, that much irritation you have to tolerate. There is no choice.
Yes.
Okay, and the name of that species, what you are familiar with?
It's Tetragonula iridipensis.
Tetragonula
iridipennis.
Tetragonula
Iridipennis. Pennis.
iridipennis.
Iridipennis.
Okay, that is the species.
So we have one species, but I believe that there is another variety of the same species. But in Kerala they call it Panni Mukku. Panni is a pig. Mukku is a face. The entrance of the beehive, it looks like a face.
Okay.
It's a different variety. But the colony, the structure of the hive is inside the box. It was almost similar, but the entrance, the structure is slightly different.
But species is different, is it?
We don't know.
Don't know. And how many species of stingless bees are there in your experience?
Oh, it's more than 19. We have many in Australia. We have some in Southeast Asia, Northeast India.
In India? In South India?
South India, we have only one as of now.
One species of stingless bees is
Yes,
there.
only one.
That's surprising, isn't it? There should have been more species.
We don't know.
Or people haven't studied it, or they have done some survey.
Don't know. We have to go through it.
So it is an area of worth investigating to see how many species of stingless bees are there in our South India, Western Ghats and all.
Yes.
Okay, that is one thing. Then the stingless bees are naturally occurring. Are they endangered species, or they are quite all right?
They're not endangered as of now, so that they have plenty of habitat to survive.
They are able to cope with the human
more likely. Yeah. So
Ah.
we can see them. They're occupying meter boards,
Mm.
electric boards. Sometimes there will be, if any space in between the tiles, they don't occupy the place.
Mm.
Maybe mud walls. You can expect them to settle inside mud walls also.
So numerous niches are available for
Yes.
these sting bees, and they are quite prolific, and they are there in numbers all over the south,
Correct.
by and large.
Yes.
And what is the kind of flowers they visit?
It's very numbers.
Any kind
Any
of,
numbers.
even bigger.
Tiny
Ah.
grass flowers, maybe a macro flora
Mm.
flower, even semi-aquatic plants.
Mm.
After the water dries off, maybe October, November, we can see semi-aquatic plants flowering.
Mm.
So you can see the stingless bees all over the flowers.
Mm. And how high can they access
You can go
tall
to
trees?
Coconut trees, yes.
Coconut
Tallest
trees
coconut
also?
Trees.
Hmm.
I've seen. Yes, we have observed some trees more than 30 feet, 40
Hmm.
feet. So
And the hive itself, now I am living on the 4th floor in the apartment. If I keep it here, can they go down and fetch honey and come, or is it too high for them?
no, they can.
It won't be a strain for them to fly so